Hello and welcome to our monthly energy update. My name is Corey Davidson and I am here with Yaila and Peyton Craning. And we do our own modalities in the energies of the month. This is September. Peyton will be doing a channeling from the Pleiades, and Yaila will be doing her own collective energy update, and I do the astrology. So we hope you enjoy this video, and let's start with Peyton. Would you like to start us off?
I would love to, Corey. Thank you. So, hey guys, I'm Peyton and I channel the Pleiadians. And if you remember a month ago, the Pleiadians were telling us what August was going to bring. And what they told us was it was going to be intense, and that didn't disappoint. So when I checked in with them to see what is coming up in September, they wanted to help us understand a little bit about what we just experienced, because I don't know about y'all, but August was a little rocky for pretty much everyone that I know. So I wanted to see if September was going to be more of the same. And so the Pleiadians wanted to help us put what just happened and what is happening now in energetic context so that we can understand why things are playing out the way they are. So what the guides have said the message is for September is the word collapse. So we are certainly seeing that as we look at the world around us, which kind of seems like it's coming apart at the seams. So things have been a little choppy everywhere you look. So the Pleiadians wanted to help us understand what is going on energetically. So according to the P's, what is actually happening is that we are breaking down our collective belief systems. So all of those belief systems that held up the 3D world, which of course is based in lack and limitation and suffering and separation, we are collectively breaking down those belief systems. And when that happens, when we break down the fundamental beliefs that are kind of the glue that holds our reality together, what happens is we see a breakdown in our physical world. So that is one of the reasons we are seeing so much kind of mayhem and craziness in the world around us, is we are seeing evidence of all the work we are doing collectively to awaken. We are breaking down those limiting belief structures that have really formed the entire structure of our world. And so because our reality is a reflection of our energy and our beliefs, as we start to break down those belief systems, we see a shakeup in the world around us. So what the Pleiadians wanted us to understand for September is that we're going to have the opportunity to use these very strong energies in a very powerful way. So as we are moving through this kind of messy, chaotic time on planet Earth right now, the Pleiadians say we have two choices of how to move forward. One way is what we know of as the old way, right? And that is that we are acting and responding to what's going on in the world from the mind. And our minds are kind of freaking out right now. They don't know how to make sense of the new belief systems that are coming online. So our mind wants to get into survival mode. It wants to get into fear and anger. And so if we are moving through the next couple of weeks, the next month, the old way, the guides have said things are going to continue to be pretty choppy. But we also have another option on the table, and that is to move through these energies from a fifth dimensional perspective, which is to move through these, turbulent times from the heart. And so what the Pleiadians are encouraging us to do in September is whenever we are feeling triggered by something that's going on in the world around us, and there's lots of shiny toys out there to play with right now, Instead of being in the mind where we react emotionally, we get into resistance, we get mad, we get scared, we start to feel hopeless. Instead, they're encouraging us to pull that trigger, whatever it is, whether it's a person or something that's happening, pull it into our heart. Because when you pull things into your heart, a couple really cool things happen. First off, you take the 3D mind program offline. So you're not in that mind spiral. But the second thing that happens when you pull things into your heart is that you dissolve all the negative imprinting on that energy. You just dissolve it. And so what happens is you start to see that thing fading out of your reality. So according to the P's, September is going to be all about choosing how we react. So we can choose to react from the mind, in which case things are going to continue to be pretty bumpy, or we can make the choice to act and respond from the heart. And when we choose that, according to the Pleiadians, 99% of the chaos and drama will go right around you. Now, it may be manifesting for someone else. You may see it in your neighbor or someone else that you know, but it won't manifest nearly as often for you. So September is going to be all about choosing our path. And according to the Pleiadians, it doesn't matter what happens. All that matters is how you react to it, because that is what chooses your timeline. So September is going to be more intense energy for us, but we can use it in a very powerful way if we choose to respond from the heart. So this is a time where we are going to see people having very different experiences. It's what the P's have been calling the separation of timelines. So this is going to be a great opportunity over the next couple of weeks to choose our timeline. So that is what the Pleiadians wanted to share with us for September. We are going to be navigating the energies that we just came through in August, which were pretty intense, but we can move through them in a way where we won't notice nearly as much drama and upheaval if we choose to stay in the heart. So that is what the Pleiadians had for us for September, another huge month for us, which the energies are only getting stronger, y'all. So choose your pathway carefully. So that is what the P's had for us. Yaila, what do you have for the collective for September?
Thank you, Peyton. I just love the guidance from the P's to bring that person or the energy into your heart chakra. I think it's such a simple technique, but really profound. I've actually used that tip. So thank you for sharing that with everybody. If you've tuned into the videos before, you know that I tap into the collective live. So I might have my eyes closed from time to time, but let me just tap into everyone tuning in, their energy. And of course, when you share your energy with me, it's many times very direct messages for you. So we all appreciate the likes, comments, and shares, because it just kind of puts your little imprint there too. All right. And I always like to ask for a blessing. Creator of all that is, please bring forth the information and guidance and possible healing for you tuning in for your highest and best good. Please guide me with clarity and accuracy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right. So I'm primarily getting a kind of like a sky blue color for the collective. And so funny, they've been giving me messages all day today about what's to come in this reading. So when I ask what the sky blue color is representing for you, the word they're giving me is goodbye. So the frequency of goodbye. And a lot of times that is voicing your boundaries and saying goodbye to those people, places, and things that are not serving you, no longer are in alignment for you. And it's also, there's people who are choosing to exit the planet at this time. We're going to see this. don't want to say ramp up because it's kind of been pretty heightened. But you might notice that as the different souls are choosing to cross over, they are choosing not to be in this timeline or in this realm of existence in a physical body. They're choosing to go on the other side and support us from the other side. So just know, souls who are choosing to cross over, it is their choice. What I've been shown throughout my training is we get different choice points throughout our life as far as when we want to keep our presence in the body and when we want to cross over. We have different opportunities throughout a lifetime, and there's going to be people choosing to say goodbye at this time. So just know it is for their choice, their highest and best good, and sometimes they feel they can support more on the other side than in the actual physical realm. So just connect with your loved ones with love, and just know it's all for the highest good, yours and theirs. So there's a big, strong frequency of goodbye, and it's not just on a personal level, but it's saying goodbye to kind of how we used to operate and do things. And this is not to bring in any fear or anything to be worried about or anything to let the doubt, worry, fear drag us down. It's really to help us shift to that higher timeline. And with those goodbyes, with having to make those tough choices, whether it's change of a job, change of a relationship, you might see things in the outside world, like Peyton was saying, a little bit of a crumbling, unraveling. There is a level of goodbye of what was not working. And it's all for the highest and best good. So just trust, have faith when you are running into trouble, holding your faith, right? Because faith is the bridge of what we want in our mind and what we want to show up in the reality, but it hasn't shown up yet in this reality. Your faith and your trust in higher power, the universe, God, source, creator, whatever you want to call it, your faith is that bridge. So ground into your faith with those goodbyes and ask for guidance on how to navigate those goodbyes. Because sometimes what can be stirred up is strong feelings. There might be some upheaval, again, in those jobs, relationships, changes that started taking place last month in August. You might see the fruition of that here in September. So on a lot of different levels. So connect with your own heart and the universe on that. I love Peyton's recommendation of connect to your heart chakra. Bring love to everything because that's keeping you in a higher vibration of light. Not to freak you out, but some of those crunchier, more dense energies actually do feed off of fear, worry, doubt. It actually keeps them active and alive and growing and expanding. So the only way to counteract that is with love. So just know you are divinely protected with love, with light. It's all happening for your alignment. And when in doubt, lean on that higher power that you believe in. Even if you're not sure of the evidence of the higher power, this is your chance to start to hone in your faith. Okay. So, and again, it's not to bring in any fear. They're bringing this message for you to let you know you actually have so much more power and so much more say for your mind, body, spirit. Okay. Let me see what else to watch out for. So that was the biggest one. Just watch the fear, watch the doubt, watch the worry thoughts. When they come into your awareness or when you notice yourself start to become more anxious, more hopeless, those why bother thoughts pop up, why bother trying to get ahead if everything around me is going to crumble apart? Those are not your true core because the universe is abundant. So if you have any of those heavy feelings, spend as much time, if not most of your free time on those videos, those messages, those books, those meditations, things that help you reconnect to your truth, right? Connecting you back to love, to faith, maybe reword, shift your thoughts around how to navigate that. So there's tons of free stuff on YouTube. Some some videos that have helped me in the past are ones connected to Abraham Hicks, Neville Goddard, Florence Scovel Shinn. You know, a lot of them talk about how to co-create to manifest what you want. And it's really about your mindset around those. So those are some great places to start. Let me see if there's anything else for you, the collective, for the month of September 2023. One last thing that they are suggesting is that you can ask for everything your heart desires to come with ease and grace. So many times we're asking for something and we end up getting the shift, but it comes at like a tower moment where everything has to crumble in a uprooted, upheaval way, or maybe a hard way to make the change. You can ask the universe to help bring the changes to you with ease and grace. And forgiveness is also a really strong one too. If there is anywhere there's resentment or, you know, just anyone that's making you feel crunchy, or any times you have some, I don't want to say ill will towards people, but you just notice yourself in more of the gossip, complain, gripe mode towards people, places, things, bring in that forgiveness, bring in that grace, or even ask the universe to help you with that. Because if you are resonating at resentment, you are blocking your manifestations to come to you, especially with ease and grace. But grace is a higher vibration than karma. So lean on the law of grace. It's available to every single person. If you have a body, you have grace and forgiveness, and it'll help you navigate that with a lot more ease. All right. So with this month of September, just know there might be things, people, places, things that you were saying goodbye to, but it's moving you to your highest alignment. You have the ultimate power, the ultimate say, and bringing in ease and grace is your birthright. It could be easy to be a part of this flow, to be a part of these changes that continue, that are going to continue to keep moving throughout the year. But you're ready for it. The fact that you are here means you are ready. And you are the co-creator. So we get to design the reality that we actually want to live in. So things that are not working, focus on what you want. What would you want better? You know, let yourself just be in those emotions and do whatever you can to ground into that. Connect with nature, sunshine, put your feet on the earth, sand, grass, whatever you need, just reconnect back to this here and now moment. And of course, if you want any personal readings, feel free to reach out with my information below, and I will leave it there for the collective. Corey, what's in the astrology?
Oh, well, thank you, ladies. I always love your messages that you have. And of course, they're coinciding. Well, if this is your first time tuning into our videos, I do the astrology report, and this is for September 2023. So the first part of September will be in Virgo season. And what does Virgo represent? Virgo represents organization. So if you felt that you have felt like you need to get more organized, that is a Virgo, organized. Also, a health regimen. You've been feeling like you want to get a new health regimen going. Virgo also rules our health. It also rules service. So the first half of September is Virgo season. It can also get critical, maybe judgmental, agitated, little anxiety, but the opportunity is there to get a lot of things done. We have a lot of planets in retrograde. So when we're in retrograde, it's revisit, rethink, redo, maybe renew a workout program, renew your dedication to eating well, maybe revisit your house or your surroundings to organize them. So the first half of September is Virgo season. Then the second half of September is Libra season. So the sign of Libra rules relationships. So the second half of September, you might want to ask yourself, how am I relating to other people? How are my relationships? How is the relationship that I have myself? Libra is also the scales of justice. So the energies are there to want things to be fair. What about me? Things to be fair. Libra also has a tendency to self-sacrifice, sacrifice what makes them happy for the greater good or for a relationship. So we have the North Node in Aries, which is me, I. And we have the South Node that's in Libra. Libra is about the we. What about us? So the second half of September is in Libra season. So it's really about relationships. So those energies are what are there during September, and you have the opportunity to use those energies for the highest and greatest good for yourself and all around you. So on September 3rd, Venus is going to go direct in Virgo. So that's the love planet. So if you've been struggling with any relationships, been feeling a little picky at your partner or picky at your friends, picky at family, that's Virgo. Virgo can be very analytical. It is an earth sign, but it can be very analytical. They make great movie critics. So Venus goes direct. It goes direct in Leo. Hello. Got my Virgos, my Leos. A lot going on this month. A lot going on July, August, and this year. So Venus is going direct in Leo. Leo is fire. Leo is the family. So Leo is also beauty. Venus is beauty. So if you're thinking about having a new do, maybe a new color, maybe a cut, maybe a cosmetic procedure, September is a good month to do that. Actually, starting the 15th of September into October. Those are prime energies to redo your look. And that's what Venus going direct in Leo represents. It's a time to shine. You also might get some creative downloads because Leo is very creative and fun. Leo rules fun. So fun is the name of the game. Fun in love, in partnership, in what you love. So a new look might help to up that fun factor. Then on September 4th, Jupiter is going to go retrograde. Jupiter is in Taurus. So we are in retrograde season. We've been in retrograde season really heavily since August. And Jupiter is the expansion planet. Anything that Jupiter touch, it expands. And it's in Taurus. Taurus represents, what do we value? Money, food, the earth. So it's going to go retrograde. So if you felt like, I've been talking to a lot of people who have felt like, oh my gosh, I need a rest. Go. Busy. Jupiter makes that happen. So it's going to go retrograde. So this is a time to review your finances. Review your abundance factor. When all of a sudden you might feel lack of money, lack of resources. But know that this is because Jupiter is going retrograde in Taurus. And that goes to, I believe it's December. So it is a longer retrograde. But get a chance to review where you might wastefully spend money, where you might indulge a bit in going out, whether that's having fun or food. It's a time to review all of those things related to Taurus. Okay. But don't worry. It may help. It may bring on this feeling of lack, but it's really asking you to just take inventory, take stock into the Taurus things. Taurus is ruled by Venus, so there might be some type of relationship, or what do you value? Taurus rules what we value. All right. So on the 15th, woohoo, Mercury goes direct. Mercury is in Virgo. Got my Mercury and my Venus mixed up. Mercury goes direct in Virgo on September 15th. And so Mercury is the mind, and Virgo is your health. What do you feel about your health? All the things that you've been reviewing while Mercury for 3 weeks has been retrograde in Virgo. Health, organizing. Some of the things that maybe you've wanted to organize or that you plan to organize can now be implemented if you haven't done so already. It also is a great time to move forward with maybe a new diet plan, how we eat our food, organic, maybe deciding to eat more organic. This is a time to move forward with the things that you've been planning during the Mercury retrograde. On September 14th, Chiron, the wounded healer, and the North Node, which is in Aries, will be together in Aries. So Chiron is about our feelings. So if you feel like a lot of past wounds that you thought, oh, I thought I dealt with that. I thought I put that to rest. It's an opportunity for these past feelings, some past wounds that come up, to be able to let them go, to walk away from them, to finally say, I'm not living my life that way anymore. But they must come up to be recognized, to also let go. So it will be a time to be focused on some healing so that you can let it go. That Aries says, moving on. I want it my way. And it's a good motivator to finally let go and say, I'm not dealing with that anymore. But healing it first. The opportunity is there. And then September 14th, again, Jupiter is going to be with Uranus in Taurus. Jupiter, the expansion planet, is in Taurus, slow and steady. And Uranus is that explosion. Uranus actually rules electricity. So Uranus is that very quick moving planet. So sudden changes could occur. Taurus is the earth. So maybe some seismic activity, things related to the earth, seismic activity, storms. But Taurus also rules money. So Jupiter expands. Uranus is quick. And Taurus rules money, food, Mother Earth, values. And so together, it's a big energy. It's a really big energy. And also, the sun and the moon are going to be exact in Virgo because there's going to be a new moon in Virgo on September 14th. So the sun in Virgo, of course, organized, and the moon, emotions. You might feel really focused. Focus on organizing, focusing on your health, emotionally feeling ready. It's a great manifestation. New moons are about manifesting. So a lot going on September 14th. And then we have September 22nd. The sun enters Libra. We're into Libra season, and it's the fall equinox. So next month, we will be going into eclipse season. However, we have the equinox going into Libra season. Libra rules relationships, the scales of justice. Is it fair? Is it not fair? Weighing out. Libra is an air sign. So it's the intellect, it's the mind. So if you find yourself thinking a lot more, debating, weighing things out, that is the Libra energy in what now the second half of September, which is Libra season. And it's also about relating to others, relating, not getting in the, oh, that's September 22nd. Sorry, September 22nd. Oh, I said that. When the sun enters Libra. It's about relating to others, focusing on relationships instead of details. Virgo is about details, organizing details. Okay, so the shift will be in the heart, like the P's were saying. Shifting into the heart, moving into the heart. How do we relate to others? How are we relating to ourselves? We find that by moving into our heart space. And then on the 29th, Mars is really active. And it is going to also spark up some feelings of the past. So really what's happening is that we are being invited to clear a lot of those residual past wounds, feelings, relationships that we've had, and clear it so that we can move into a new world without carrying the baggage of the past. So September is a month because we have a lot of retrogrades, some going direct, but we will still have Uranus, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto that are still going to be retrograde. So we still have 4 planets that are going to be retrograde. So we're being invited in September to really clear those deep-seated wounds and feelings of the past, feelings, people, places, things that don't serve us. And how can we relate to them? And if we choose to take some of those things from the past, how are we going to integrate them and integrate them differently than when we experienced them in the past? So that's what I've got for September. September is a lot of retrograde, a lot of renew, review, revisit, maybe renegotiate, maybe some energies from the past, but always stay in the love vibration, staying in the heart space, because we are moving into this new frequency, this new world, and we are clearing the slate. And September is no different. So that's all I've got for September. Anything else, ladies?
Well, I'd like to throw in one other thing that the P's have been saying a lot in these energies. And Corey, you touched on that when you were mentioning the physical body. The P's have been saying to be very careful to stay grounded in these energies because it is so easy to pop out of your body. These energies are very ungrounding. And so the more you can stay in your body, it'll really help you move through these intense energies more comfortably, because these energies have been, especially over the last 2 weeks of August, beating up people's bodies. I have heard some crazy ascension symptoms. And so the P's always come in and remind us, if you stay in your body and stay grounded, it will help you move through the energies. So Corey, you just reminded me of that when you mentioned the focus on health and the body. So that's something else that might help you.
Well, and also too, is that in September, and I'm glad you brought that up, in September, we do have a lot of grand earth trines, which means that's a blessing from the universe that is helping us to stay grounded. And if you are mindful of that grand earth trine, helping us stay grounded, which I was born with that in my chart. I have a grand earth trine, so I'm super grounded. Most of the time, I am just like super grounded. So we do have the universe helping us with that as well, astrologically. So I'm glad that you mentioned. So be mindful. Yaila.
I was just going to add, I love that you brought up with the cryon, with the old wounds popping up. I've been seeing that a lot with clients right now. It's like stuff that I feel like it's already started for a lot of people. Just those really deep wounds, the old things they get really triggered on, or those things that they tear themselves down for, have been showing up a lot in my client calls. And my guides and the guides that I connect with for other people, their guides, they keep saying, bring in more play, like self-love, self-care, and play are like really key for that. So it's, triggers come up because they're ready to be healed, not because, you're doing it wrong. So just keep that in mind. And just want to say thank you, ladies. I appreciate both of you so much. And I love doing these videos with you.
Ditto. I've had a lot of clients too coming with the past wounds, past feelings. Yeah, I've had a lot of clients coming to me for that as well. Yeah, it's a theme.
Mm-hmm. These energies are going to squeeze it to the surface. That's what they do. Especially these galactic energies. Anything that we haven't healed is going to be kind of slapping us in the face right now, and not in a bad way, as Yaila mentioned. It's only showing you where you have an opportunity for expansion when you let that old thing go. And that's what these triggers are. They're opportunities. And we've had a lot of opportunities lately. It's been a plethora of opportunity. So we can use them for good. They're not just things to be scared of.
Something that's popped in my mind too, like the triggers aren't about the other people. It's about your inner work. So, if someone is triggering you, look to see what is it within you that's being triggered, because it means it's ready to be healed and you have the choice to change that. So it's not about the other people. You might have to express your boundaries, but it's really about the wound to heal.
And it doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It doesn't mean that, you're not good enough or you haven't done the work. I mean, there's been I have a lot of clients and myself that a lot of the past stuff has come up. So don't beat yourself up for it. It is the opportunity that the universe is saying, hey, you left a little piece over here. So we're going to bring it up so you can clear it. Doesn't mean that you haven't been thorough. Doesn't mean that you're a bad person or, it's an opportunity. It's a gift that we are being given. No, it doesn't feel like it sometimes. However, it is. It really is.
Yeah, that reminds me of one of the favorite quotes that you said a long time ago, Yaila, and I think about it all the time. You said, I realized I was the common denominator. And that pops into my head so often, that our triggers are just showing us those patterns we haven't seen yet. And so like you said, it's not about the other person. It's always about us, because it's, as the P's always say, it's all you. So we can take our power back from them.
You got one finger pointing out. You've got three pointing back at you.
Don't you hate that? So don't you hate that?
That we created it all.
Yes.
It's all us.
Pain is necessary. Suffering is optional. Oh.
Perspective is everything. And keeping that amusement. When you can laugh at it, you'll move through it so much quicker.
It's true. It's true. I've had a lot of opportunities lately.
A lot of humor.
So anything else, ladies? Oh, well, I just love getting together with you ladies. And thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to our energy updates. We're so grateful that you tune in, and we're here every month. We all have our social medias down below, so you can take a look at those. And if you are interested in getting any personal readings from Yaila, Peyton, or myself, that's how you can contact us. We love to help you all. We do this for you. We really do. That's how we've started this. We've continued it. We love to share what we know and the knowledge that we have so that we can help all of you. So please like, share, and subscribe to our channels. And until next month, be good to yourself, and bye for now.